Okay, doing another walk and talk, talking about the Tesla machine. I want to tell about my wife and kids. Not that I can use them all, do it all in one video, but my wife had, I believe, 3 sinus infections in the last summer and last fall, just while being pregnant with our youngest child. And every time, it lasted over a month. I feel like it was about a month and a half. And every time she tried to do something herbal or natural, taking spoonfuls of cayenne multiple times a day to try to drain everything, lots of herbs, trying to do everything she could so she didn't have to take antibiotics. And she always had to, after a month or so, she decided, I want to be a normal person, I'm going to take antibiotics. But it just made it happen again and again. She just kept on having sinus infections where she was always just a lot of pressure in her face. So after using the machine, even after the first day, she'd say, oh, I can feel the pressure going, my nose draining, and I can feel less pressure in my sinus cavity. So one time the kids were watching a movie on the bed and she just used the machine, the whole movie, so an hour and a half. And just on her face area, anywhere that she had a little bit of pressure, maybe where her lymph nodes were. So I think that that's worth it to me, just to have my wife get over sicknesses that always hold her down. So that's amazing. I also did something that Jeff Berwick talked about, which is using electrified water. We call it holy water. We call it just electrically charged water that you have to use a lot of Epsom salt in the water, and you charge it up in a bath or a little tub. And I put my little boy, he couldn't sleep at night, my 3-year-old, because he had a rash on his bottom that just wouldn't go away, and we didn't know how to handle it. So we charged up the water, and the first night he cried all night. So the second night I used that on him, and he slept right through the night, didn't cry at all. But of course, it doesn't work. I found out from the next day, he still had a little bit of irritation there, and it didn't work if you don't put Epsom salt in it. So that's an interesting find. And anyway, the next thing I'd like to say is, let me come up with another story with one of my kids. Okay, I have, my kids would get like a cough or a congestion, and so I'd use the Tesla machine, put the bulbs on my feet, underneath my feet, and I would, from there, hold one of the kids in my arms. And so I got them over colds that way, and coughs, by using that. Now I have to go through this gate here, slowly. Okay, so next, this was 2 weeks ago. My little boy had a really bad earache. So we put it in normal things like special oils that my wife has, like garlic oil, ear oil, to help out my 3-year-old. And since he doesn't handle pain well, he let us know. He was screaming, crying for a couple hours, and I had to go sneak into my in-laws' house in the middle of the night at 1 in the morning to grab my machine out of there to use on my little boy. And when I did use it on him, it took about 5 minutes, and he fell asleep for about an hour. And then he woke up again in the night whining, fussing. So it took about just a little bit over 10 minutes the next time of using the Tesla machine while I'm holding him in my arms, and he fell asleep in my arms again. So I know it works on earaches for my little boy, even though I didn't have it touching him personally. It just went through my arms into him. So that was worth it to me. And my little kids, my 8-year-old and an 11-year-old, use it on their feet themselves if they have congestion or anything, and it helps them get over it really quick. So one last one that happened a couple days ago. My wife was, I don't know what she did exactly. I think we were up in the mountains, and she, somehow her stomach was feeling bad. She's like, get me something, I'm gonna throw up, I might throw up. And so I had a test machine right there. She laid down, I just used the machine on her for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. She got up, said, yeah, I don't know what it was, but it's gone. So I know that it got her from laying there almost groaning to feeling better right away. So, okay, that's the end of this video, and I'll make another one when I think of some more ones to talk to you about. Bye.